Hello everybody, today I'll be showing how to install and make a Reshade for CarX Drift Racing. Basically Reshade makes your game look better if you set it up correctly. And yeah, it's really simple to install. All you have to do is come to, search Reshade, reshade.me, download. I'll have a link in the description, hit download. I've already downloaded it. Gonna open the Reshade setup. Then we're gonna hit browse. And then go to our CarX folder. I've made a test one because I don't want it to mess with my real one, but you just double click the game. Then when it comes up with what rendering API, I believe it's this one. It's been a while since I've installed it. And basically, it will come up with Affection when I download. You're gonna obviously want standard. You're gonna want the suite. You are going to want Quint by Marty McFly, Otis FX by Otis, see if there's any more we need. And that should be it, and hit OK and it will download them all. I don't need to do that as I've already got it. It will take like 2 seconds. Once we've done that, and if you did that correctly, which you can't possibly fuck up, it is the simplest thing in the world. Open your CarX. Wait for it to load. You should see this at the top. I'm not on the latest version. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not far behind though, so yours won't be different from mine. Just gonna wait for it to load up. Basically, once we're here, ignore the wrap. I'm in the middle of making it. Basically, just hit home key on your keyboard, and then you should bring this up. It should come up with a tutorial, but you can just go ahead and skip that. Once you skip the tutorial, click this button here, and just make it, call it whatever you want to call it. I've named this CarX 2, top. For this video. This will save in your CarX folder if you want to send it to anyone. But basically, you're going to choose the map you want to use it on. This can be used on any map, but obviously every map's got different lighting. So obviously you're going to want to find the map you play on the most. I play on Red Ring as it has the best lighting out of all the maps in the game. You should see over here, this lighting on this map's just good as it is already. But now we're gonna hit the home key. Actually, wait a sec. Let me put it into. Now we're gonna hit the home key. You've got the one you made, and there should none of these be selected. No. Oh, it's been a while, so. Well, since I've made one of these, so you'll have to bear with me. I know we need to mess with the curves. Ooh, pardon me. It's really just messing about with stuff in here and finding what looks good for you. Not everything has to make a big change, it can be very subtle. Curves, we're at levels. Makes it darker, so we don't want it too dark. Let's add a bit of darkness to it. I'll make one. Oh, I don't want to take a screenshot. No. so we can keep checking the difference between our progress as we go on. Now, tint. Do we want to tint? Maybe. Yeah, I'll keep the tint. Add some cool blur effects. Wouldn't recommend that unless you're taking screenshots. Dude, that's too strong. This we can lower the strength of it. Put that to 10. Roll down. Horrible. Adds a little sharpen effect. Ooh, automatic. Now this could be very good for screenshots. Very, very good. I used a cinematic depth of field for my screenshots, which is if I can find it, you can just search. I use this for mine. It goes off wherever your mouse is. Very helpful. But yeah, we'll come to that later. Anyway. Adaptive fog, we don't need that. Don't need that. That's what we just looked at. Tone map. No. Nope. Just go through them and see what you like is really what it's all about. That's just messing with the perception. Mag pass. Oh, you can make some dark, dingy stuff with that. Might get a bit of that in there actually. Don't really. No, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah. More depth of fields. Sure, we'll just turn that on. Bloom if you want bloom, wouldn't recommend that. More sharpening. We'll add a little more onto it. No, we don't want that. Don't want that. Lightroom. More God rays. DPX, or if I remember correctly. Yeah, you can do some cool stuff with it. No, I don't like it. I'm just gonna make a very simple one for this video. Levels plus, we're not gonna mess with that. SMAA, we are gonna turn on. Don't really need to mess with it. You can if you want. I'm just gonna leave that as that. Cinematic depth of field for screenshots. We'll come back to that later. Emphasize, don't want that. Magic bloom, no thank you. If you know what you're doing with this, you could probably do some cool stuff. Vibrance, make it more vibrant. I wouldn't mess with that. You don't want this bit to be blown out. FXAA, we want that. MXAO, we'll enable both of them. Ambient light, like I said, you can do some cool stuff for screenshots and whatnot. I'm not gonna mess with that. Fake HDR. Yeah, go on then. No, we're not gonna mess with the blue. Clarity. How does that look up close? Why is the motion blur? We haven't enabled anything that gives it motion blur. I don't believe we have. Let's come out of photo mode. No, the clarity is too much. It feels too blown out, but we'll fix that later. We'll get rid of the HDR. Okay, forget the HDR. Color matrix now. If you take the time to sit and configure all these, you can definitely get something really nice out of it. But I don't have the time for that. That's alright. I guess that tones it back a bit. Now this is ray tracing, well, fake ray tracing. This really affects the power of your computer. You won't have this, as that's paid from Patreon. Colourfulness, too much. Now SSR is for if you want a wet floor, if you have the rain mod from a previous video. We're not going to mess with that. I'll turn them off, turn the dove stripe and colourfulness off. But you see I've made it a bit too dark, but if you sit there and mess about with it, you could make something beautiful. This actually isn't too bad, to be fair. Now we're going to mess with the lighting mod in my previous video. Actually, this looks pretty good for night time, to be fair. It's pretty good. What about if we... I'd say it don't look too bad, to be fair. I'm actually quite surprised. I was expecting it to come out horrible. Now if you want to take screenshots, I'm gonna go into photo mode quickly. And now, if we enable... Oh, wrong one. Cinematic depth of field. You can get nice, really nice screenshots. Oh, I'm going to keep this reshade actually. This is quite alright. But yeah, that's how you use reshade. I'll link this reshade that I've just made in this video if you want it. Obviously you can make much better ones if you take the time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to leave a like, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.